Okay, we are live, and hello everybody out there. Welcome to New Ambassadors Theater Lab number 42. My name is David Adam Gill. I'm the artistic director and host for this evening's lab, and we're very excited to have you all here. We have three excellent playwrights presenting wonderful work, and we have some new participants, which is always good. We like to expand. The playwrights for this evening are Erin Moughon, Ruthie Rado, and David Michael Kirby, and we will be going in that order. We have some new people. Nick Imperato, say hi. He's going to be reading stage directions. Izzy Farias, Emma Mueller.
It's Mueller.
Mueller, sorry, Emma Mueller, and Mary Lauren, of course, is back with us, as is AhDream Smith. And I think everyone here, Maria Isabella Rojas, has been with us before. I think everyone else has, Brad Makarowski, and then everyone else should be really familiar to you. And we will introduce everyone. So just at the top of the lab, I like to say New Ambassadors Theater Company is a 501c3, not-for-profit theater company. And we rely heavily on the kindness of strangers and audience members and patrons. There is a link that Ben, Ben is going to be our Zoom chat coordinator. And on the other side, on the YouTube side, Reber, who is our company stage manager, is going to be handling on that end. And they will be posting links and casting and everything so that you guys understand what's going on, as well as participation. We're a 501c3. We rely heavily on the kindness of strangers. There is a link to our fundraising page on our website that Ben's going to put up now. And that's one of the ways you can help out. We also do Venmo, which is at new-ambassadors. And that's the pleading portion of our program. As most of you know, we have three pieces read by three playwrights, and then afterwards we have a feedback session. The whole amount of time that the playwright is allotted is about 25 minutes, and that is inclusive of the feedback session. The feedback session on Zoom, everyone will come back up and I will ask a few questions. You know, what are the popcorn moments, the things that stay with you, the turns of phrases, the imagery, what did you like? We like to start off with that. The second question is, was there any place that you dropped off or got confused? The third question is, what would you, within the context of the play itself, what interested you enough or piqued your interest enough that you'd like to see it further explored, further developed? And just as a guide, we don't ever like to start our feedback with I would or you should. It's not about rewriting or telling them that it should be written a different way. It's about building on what they have presented. And I will be monitoring that. There's also going to be a question that I'm going to ask the playwrights, and sometimes they don't have anything. But as when we bring the play up and they start and they're introducing their piece, I'd like to ask, is there anything that you would like the audience to focus on while we're listening to the piece? So it might be something that they've been wondering themselves as they've been writing. Is the dialogue clear? Are the characters clear? Is the world that I've created, does it make sense? Things like that. And then we have a link that you can actually participate in giving feedback. It's our feedback link. It's a Google link. And we'll put it up, and Mally will put it up on YouTube, and you can help give feedback to the playwrights. And all the playwrights are listed. It's the same link for everyone. And you know, this is a really important part of play development, is having your work read aloud. There's something that happens that cannot happen while you're just writing in your head. I mean, you could try and create everything, but it's about communicating off the page to your actors and to your audience. So it's invaluable. If you think that you don't have any feedback to give, that's probably wrong. If you have an opinion, it's invaluable, and the playwright should hear it. So thank you in advance for that. And again, we will repost the link for the feedback so that everyone has a chance to not lose it in the stream of comments. You people on Zoom and everyone on YouTube, if you're enjoying it, let us know. If a character said something funny or whatever, just go for it. Put it in the chat. It's actually very fun to listen and watch what's going on in the chat, because a lot of the feedback ends up being within the chat as well. And again, an invaluable part of play development. So that said, we're going to start with the first play, My Fiance's Best Friend at Our Wedding, by Erin Moughon. And Erin, come on up and keep your cast up here, write your cast. Is there anything in particular that you want us to pay attention to for feedback?
It's the beginning of the play. It's the very start of a very new thing. So just see what strikes you. I love the popcorn. I love the questions. Nothing in particular.
Okay.
Because it's new.
Okay, we're going to start the timing, and you're going to go ahead and introduce your play.
Awesome. So I'm going to introduce my play by saying it's the beginning of a new play, so I don't have to tell you anything. So yay! But I will introduce the phenomenal actors I have. And David Michael Kirby, you're on screen. And there we go. As much as I love you, it would be weird. You could be Uncle Bobby, though, which will be funny later for everyone involved. So thank you guys so much for being here. And I want to thank the fabulous cast you see before you. We have Emily, played by Emma, I want to say your last name right.
Mueller.
It's
Mueller. By the amazing Emma Mueller, who I'm so glad is reading for me. Jonathan is Chase Naylor, whom I love so much, and also love so much. TRYXIE is played by Monica Ray, who is amazing and phenomenal and so great. And our stage directions are read by Nick. And Nick, I don't know how to say your last name either.
Imperato.
Thank you, Nick. And amazing stage directions. Yes, all of these actors are amazing. I'm going to go away. Nick's going to take it away. Thank you guys so much.
My Fiance's Best Friend at Our Wedding by Erin Moughon. The storage room off of a really fancy ballroom in an even fancier hotel. So it looks really nice, but you know, it's still a storage room with extra tables and chairs and other assorted things needed for the ballroom. Emily, 21, pushes in through the door, pulling Jonathan, 30, behind her. She is dressed in a cute, expensive-looking white dress and heels with perfect hair. Note, it is not a wedding dress, just a really nice white dress. He is in a nice-ish suit that looks like he tried too hard to keep unwrinkled, but still manages to make him look like every love interest from a 90s rom-com. Emily looks freaked out. She turns to face Jonathan. He grabs her and starts kissing her. She leans into this before pushing away.
No,
Jonathan's kissing her neck.
What?
no, this isn't. Stop. This isn't what can you listen?
She pushes him away.
What? What's wrong?
I thought I could, but it's just way harder than I thought. She needs to go.
If it's Uncle Bobby, then we can really ask him to leave. I mean, he'll calm down, and when he passes out, which should be like...
Jonathan looks at his watch.
It's not about Uncle Bobby, it's about Sam.
Wait, Sam?
The whole wedding is turning into something harder than... I don't know what I thought it would be, and Sam is making that more complicated.
Sam is my best friend.
I get that, but...
You said you were okay with this.
I was, but it's so much more uncomfortable than I thought. I thought she would be different.
Different?
Or it would feel different. I can't have her here. Please.
I'm not getting married without my best friend.
And I'm not getting married with some woman eye-banging my fiance every time she walks into a room.
She does not.
Billy.
She doesn't. She doesn't. She does not. Does she?
Yes! It's almost pornographic. I'm sure in her head it is. Very.
No. She's just... intense.
Yeah, sure.
And you don't have a problem with Matt, and he is definitely eye-banging me.
Matt eye-bangs everyone. I think it's his default. He sees you, you're over the age of 18, he eye-bangs you. He's not actually going to act on it.
Neither would. It's...
And you've never been inside Matt. Or at least you haven't told me about that.
If Matt and I had, would you have a problem with him being here too?
Yes.
Oh.
What?
I was expecting I don't know, something more open-minded.
I don't want anyone who has fucked my fiance at my wedding. I don't think that's particularly closed-minded. I think it's pretty standard for a wedding.
This is the one thing that I have asked for.
Really?
Yes, the whole wedding it's been about what you want.
What my mother wants.
You've gotten your say in there too. And what about me? When do I get a say?
I feel like the rest of our life is... I'm quitting school, putting my life, career on hold so you can pursue yours.
I'm already pursuing. I have the job that I...
Fine. Continue to pursue. I'm leaving friends, family, everything.
And you said that you were okay with that. Are you changing your mind about that too?
No, I love you. I want to be with you, whatever that means.
Because I feel like this is going to be brought up.
Brought up?
To win arguments.
Where is this coming from?
Where's this coming from? This whole Sam thing, and then bringing up our life plans, and I just thought we were here to fuck, okay? A quick stress release, some fun, and then this, whatever this is, you're asking for too much.
I'm really only asking one thing of you. I need her to leave.
I need her here.
You haven't...
What?
You haven't talked to her in, what, a year? 2?
That doesn't... Don't you have people in your life that you just sort of...
That...
It's hard to explain.
Try.
She has been a part of my life for so long. She's just always been there. We're each other's person. I can't picture myself getting married without Sam there.
How am I supposed to respond to that?
In bursts TRYXIE, pronounced TRYXIE, 35. She's wearing whatever the hell she wants and looks amazing in it. It does not match the vibe that Jonathan and Emily outfits look like. She has been really enjoying the open bar, but not to the point where she's sloppy. Yet. Though she would tell you that she doesn't get sloppy. Sure, TRYXIE, sure. She also has a giant purse. It's amazing. She has her hand over her eyes.
Okay, young lovers, don't want to interrupt what's going on in here, and I definitely encourage it. I just don't want to see it.
You can uncover your eyes.
Oh, well, that's disappointing.
What is it, TRYXIE?
So, Uncle Bobby just took over bartending duties, and he said he was going to make a drink that would make everyone's clothes disappear, or maybe just his clothes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just said his clothes.
Shit.
Jonathan runs out.
Wait, we weren't...
Whoa, what did I walk into?
Nothing.
Yeah, and I'm sober.
Fine. It's fine. See?
Bullshit.
Let's just go back.
Emily pushes the door open.
No. No, 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 no. Keep your pants on. Pants on. Pants on.
Emily closes the door.
Or maybe not.
Okay, sit.
TRYXIE pulls down a chair.
What?
Sit. Do as you're told.
This coming from you.
Yes, as I know everything.
Sure.
Just shut up and sit.
Emily does.
Okay. Now.
TRYXIE produces a fifth of vodka from her bag. It's full and expensive.
Ta-da!
Classy.
It's the expensive kind.
You swipe that from the bar?
Of course.
So what, will you take pulls from the bottle?
No.
She produces 2 glasses from her purse.
Okay then, pour it up.
TRYXIE does. They drink. It goes down smoother for TRYXIE than Emily. Emily immediately pours another glass and downs it.
Get it, girl!
Emily tries to pour another glass. TRYXIE pulls the vodka bottle away.
Give it back.
It's all about pacing. You know my rule. Never get sloppy. Why are you saying it like that?
Come on.
I'm always in control.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
you finally put your foot down.
About?
Sam.
You know?
Girl, blind granny can see her trying to fuck him, and she's blind and a little senile.
Oh.
Oh.
It's just, he said he didn't notice it.
Shit.
Yeah.
And you pointed it out to him?
I mean, I need her to leave.
But you pointed it out?
Well, yeah.
Shit.
What?
Well, if he didn't notice.
I didn't tell him.
No. You think whatever you believe in and move on, because now you've implanted the idea.
You've had too much.
No. Now he's thinking about it. But wait, this is Sam. My Sam. Sam, who I never thought of in that way. We tried it. It didn't work, but now it's different. She's interested in it happening now. Maybe I am too.
Doesn't sound like that.
They all sound like that.
They?
The men who look down like they're shy and then half look up and smile like, "Aw, aren't I adorable? I really like you." Like,
What? No, he doesn't.
TRYXIE pours herself another drink.
he did it at least 3 times tonight.
Emily pours herself another drink.
So what am I supposed to do now?
Nothing.
Nothing. Really.
You don't do anything. I mean, I do lots of things, and I can get some other family in on it too.
Don't.
I haven't even told you what it would involve.
Involuntary haircuts and laxatives?
Well, not together, though. Ooh, they do have some fruit-flavored laxatives. I bet I could hide them in a really strong Cosmo.
No.
Or maybe you could just realize.
You know, saying something and trailing off isn't going to make me all of a sudden realize something.
You're marrying a walking haircut.
I am not.
Yeah, I've seen cardboard cutouts with more personality.
He has personality.
And what would that be exactly?
He's a journalist.
That's a job, not a personality.
And
And you used to be so cool. Oh,
I'm still cool.
in the history of cool, no one has ever said, "I'm still cool," and was actually still cool.
I'm still me.
No, you're not. You're dropping out of school.
For
Oh, I wasn't finished. You had your life planned from 9. College, grad school, PhD, design super fancy buildings and affordable housing.
I can still do that. Just on a delay.
How much of a delay? 1 year, 5, 10?
I don't know.
You've never not known something.
That sentence didn't make sense.
Hush, it totally did.
And what about you?
I do what I want. I'm fine. We're talking about you. Don't try to change the subject.
I haven't given up that much.
You stopped volunteering.
Plan for the wedding?
So when are you going back?
After.
After. After what? Just after? After. What kind of an answer is that?
A one-word one.
Stop trying to be clever.
I'm not trying.
They both have another drink and smile. Then TRYXIE gets serious.
But for real, girl,
What?
you're like uprooting your whole life for what?
Love.
Oh, stupid.
Love is stupid.
You are stupid for thinking love will take the place of having a life.
Love could be my wife.
Did you really just say that?
Just because you haven't doesn't.
Oh, please. Please finish that sentence.
Well, you haven't found love.
Oh no. Poor me.
Don't say that.
You didn't?
TRYXIE.
Jesus Christ.
TRYXIE swigs from the bottle.
I didn't.
Yes, you did. Jesus. I'm almost 15 years older than you. Do you think I don't know what people say about me?
I didn't.
I hear them, and I didn't expect it from you. Oh, TRYXIE, you'd be so much happier if you settled down. Oh, TRYXIE, just pop a few babies out. It'll give your life so much meaning. Keep your kids away from TRYXIE. She's just a big old slut.
Not.
Really?
Okay, fine, but Grandma Gina's also super racist, so you can't take her calling you a slut too seriously.
That was your dad.
Oh.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't really care because I'm living my life on my terms.
And by huge cliches.
You're the one giving up everything for love.
And I think it will be worth it.
Only if he never sees Sam again.
Not ever again, just not at our wedding. After.
And we're back to after.
After we're married and she has accepted.
Ha!
It's
Oh,
our relationship.
never going to happen.
Excuse me.
Some part of her is always going to think she can win, that whatever the two of you have won't last. And then she'll be there, always lurking, ready to swoop in from the shadows like
A vulture? Waiting to feast on the remains of our relationship?
damn, that's dark. You had that locked and loaded? I was gonna say Batman.
Man.
Yeah, he does some random crazy shit, but in his mind, he's justified. That's Sam. She's ready to do some crazy ass shit to get Jonathan back.
She calls him Johnny.
What?
And he hates being called Johnny. Except when she does it. It's like a thing. It's like their thing. It's almost worse than...
Them fucking?
Yes.
Well, yeah, and that's always gonna be there.
And I pointed it out to him.
That's what I'm saying.
But why? Why did you have to say it?
Family tells you the truth, even if it sucks, stinky, sweaty, hairy balls, because you deserve the truth.
Emily takes a huge drink from the bottle.
What do I do?
Besides, dump his ass? Or let me take care of him?
Make it sound like you're gonna murder him.
I did not say that, though they never would find a body.
You are really scary sometimes.
Thank you.
How do you do it?
What?
Avoid this shit.
Love?
Yeah.
I don't.
Don't.
Nah. But I do control it.
Control it.
Hey, you. Want to fuck? Cool. And then we fuck. And if there's something more there, we let it play out. If not, I go wipe myself off or shower or whatever and go on with my life.
Just like that.
Well, there are more questions about sexual history and a variety of condom use and a discussion of what can be put in what holes, you know, but yeah, basically that.
Okay.
You asked.
TRYXIE drinks from the bottle. Emily drinks from the bottle. Both drinks are a little longer than they should be, given how much they've drank and how many family members are on the other side of the door. And they finish the bottle. TRYXIE, not missing a beat, pulls out a bottle of champagne or sparkling wine, then pops the cork. They both start passing that bottle back and forth.
But what do I do?
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
Because we could do some crazy fucking shit.
Like what?
Shave his fucking head to start.
Before the wedding.
See how you feel when he can't do his move.
That's your best.
Oh, that's my first. Also, see how you feel when his personality is in clumps on the floor.
And then what?
We shave her head.
But then they would be bald together and fall in love.
Emily starts sobbing. Jonathan runs back in.
What the hell did you do?
TRYXIE goes up to Jonathan and puts a finger over his mouth, shushing him.
But he's
Just shut it. I'm going to move my finger and you're going to shh.
TRYXIE removes the finger and then goes to her bag. There's a moment of silence. Well, Emily's still crying and drinking.
what is
TRYXIE
Nope.
puts one hand back on his mouth and puts him in a chair. She keeps her hand on his mouth while searching through her purse with the other.
No, just one. I'm almost.
TRYXIE pulls out a battery-powered razor, or clippers if that's your jam.
What the hell?
Just hold still. This will only take a moment.
Fuck, TRYXIE!
Anything for you, babe. Anything for family.
End of excerpt.
Okay, really well done. We have a bit of time, a little bit of time left, so we're gonna hop right into it. Everyone, come on back up. And Erin didn't have a specific question. It's the beginning of a play. So the question really is, what were the popcorn moments? What were the things that stayed with you, the things that you liked, turns of phrases, imagery? Anyone? Ruthie, I know you have a ton of them.
I mean, it was a great dramatic conceit that this very fraught moment is happening moments before a wedding. I thought that was great. The characters are really clearly drawn and they each, like TRYXIE serves such a great purpose, you know, story-wise, and is also like a fully dimensional and fun character. Yeah, I loved it. It was like very electric.
Yeah, very compelling.
Like the razor.
Ben, go ahead.
Okay, so it almost like I was watching a theatrical version of My Best Friend's Wedding, or what else? I don't know, but one of those like wedding comedies that could get out of whack.
Right.
Great job, Erin.
And you like that?
Well, yeah. I'm trying to write a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
It can't all be just about like this problem or this problem. Like Erin wrote something fantastic.
Great. Thank you, Ben. Some of my favorite things were, and again, there were too many, but Matt's eye banging is his default. I thought that was hysterical. And then TRYXIE, period, was a popcorn moment. Just really well done character who comes in and just takes over. Anything else, anyone? Go ahead, Nick.
I think TRYXIE was definitely a popcorn moment just the whole way through, but she made me want to know more about the family itself, because if that's the family, then I want to know who everybody else is who's not on stage. And I have to say that like the Sam character being like, the character that's mentioned that we don't see, I immediately was interested in who that was, because it was very clear to me who she was in terms of like the relationships between everybody, but I instantly wanted to meet her.
Yeah. Me too. That's the great thing about characters who don't appear on stage. If you get them right, everyone wants to know who the hell they are. Go ahead, Maria Elena.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I definitely wanted to actually meet Sam so I could have my own objective decisions about them. So it definitely was intriguing to hear everybody else talk about her, and I wanted to form my own opinion.
Cool. I agree. Any other popcorn moments that anyone has? How about, oh, go ahead, Maria Isabella.
I love the line that TRYXIE says, "You've never not known something." And it's like crazy how TRYXIE in one breath can be like, yeah, I fuck and I don't care, I'm not attached, but yet she's so in tune with who she is. And she's like, you know, when you know. And it's like the smartest person, like the most, you know, person that's in touch with their feelings can also be the one who's hiding from them as well. So that was interesting. I like that.
Another one of those was the here, after. That's all you have is after. What does that mean, after? I love that. Was there any place where you dropped out or got confused? And then was there anything that you saw, like wanting to meet Sam or wanting to, oh, stop.
You're out of time for asking questions.
No, we're gonna continue with this to the end. Any place where you thought you'd like to see something further developed, like meeting the rest of the family, someone pointed out, or meeting Sam?
I'm looking forward to seeing the kind of like two-faced, maybe not two-faced nature, but like what's kind of hidden in this Jonathan guy, where TRYXIE knows there's something sinister or very likely to go wrong.
The walking haircut, yes. Go ahead, Ruthie.
I'm dying to know if she shaves his head and what the prop and wig budget for that is going to be like.
Oh, I did.
Anything else? Okay, really well done, Erin. I have to say, having just been through like a whole sci-fi time travel thing with you, that this completely, it switched gears, and of course you're such a versatile writer that it was so smooth. Really well done. All right.
Thanks everybody. Thanks for your feedback.
Anyone who wants to help out with feedback, again, Ben is putting the links for the feedback into the chat, and as is Maui, so that you can give your opinions too. A really well done piece. We have a really well done piece coming up next. Ruthie Rado's play Agriculture, and I think there's like a subtitle, but I didn't put it down. I'm sorry.
No subtitle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And her cast, which she will introduce in a bit. Ruthie, is there any question or anything you want us to focus on in terms of feedback?
Yeah, like David said, this is a comedy, so if something is resonating with you, if you could drop a little LOL in the chat on Zoom or on YouTube, that would really help me. And then the other thing that I'm curious about is the characters are piecing something together during this section, and but I think it's pretty clear to the audience what's happening. So I'm curious if it drags for you or it feels repetitive. So that's sort of my only question.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where is this in the play? Is it in the beginning, in the end, in the middle?
This is about 10 or 15 minutes in, and Nick will read like a couple sentence synopsis as part of the stage directions.
Perfect. Okay. Well, introduce your cast and let's get going.
Great. Thanks, everyone. So we have, let's see, playing Felicity, we have AhDream. Thank you so much for being here last minute. Playing Tom is Maria. And then we have Mary or Marigold is Izzy. And Raz or Raspberry is Mary Lauren. Flo or Cornflower is Nicole. And then Honey or Honeydew is Kirsten, and then Nick will also be reading stage directions, and Baz or Basil, who is sort of the leader. So there we go, take it away.
Agriculture by Ruthie Rado. A barn furnished with cots. Felicity has been welcomed to the commune by the woman and Baz, the sort of not really leader. The group sang her a song and took her belongings to bury them for a welcoming ritual. Felicity has been assured this is not a cult. She catches up with Marigold, a friend from before the commune.
Wow, that was
a lot.
Yeah.
How do you feel though?
Excited for sure.
Yeah,
Nervous.
totally. Overwhelmed?
Oh, well, definitely.
Fair.
It's great though.
Isn't Buzz amazing?
Yeah, he's got this presence,
Yes.
but, well, no.
What?
No, never mind.
It's okay. What's up?
Well, it's just, is Bass fucking everyone?
What?
I'm sorry. Oh, forget about it.
You're silly, Billy, my friend.
Sorry. There was just like a vibe.
The vibe is probably the harmony with nature or something.
Oh, yeah. Sex vibes and nature vibes, totally the same.
Overlapping Venn diagrams.
Mary kisses Felicity.
That's nice.
Mm.
Wait, are all the ladies fucking each other?
Oh my God, no. I like your naughty thoughts though.
So Bass has never like tried anything with you?
No.
Oh my God.
No.
Samantha.
Okay, look. No, it's not. Occasionally, I'll stop by the house.
The house?
The farmhouse. Buzz lives in the farmhouse.
Not here.
No, quiet quarters will be weird.
So you go to his sleeping quarters?
No. The farmhouse is also operation headquarters. So sometimes I need to stop by and like once in a while, if he's not around, we'll. It's not weird or anything. It's like a stress release, you know? It's a lot of work to keep this place running. Like, it's nice. We sing songs, but it's also hard, you know? And sometimes you just need to blow off steam.
Or blow on vibes.
It's not a big thing. I don't know why you're making it seem weird.
And does he do this with anyone else?
No, he's basically celibate. And Felicity, please don't tell anyone. I'm serious. It's not a big thing. He told me it was just between us, and I'm like his stress helper. He's not some creep who's fucking the whole farm. Honestly, I'm so serious. Please don't tell anyone.
Okay, I won't tell anyone. Calm down.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, I'm actually beat. Can we just like settle in and talk?
Of course. How's the city?
Dirty and crowded. I missed you at the garden.
I miss you too. I'm so glad they approved you to come out here.
Hi, sorry, just getting a little water.
Oh, no worries, Tom.
Thanks.
Are you okay, Tom?
Yeah, peachy keen.
You look like you're not feeling great.
I don't want to gross you out or anything.
What's wrong?
I just tinkled in the outhouse and my pee was like burning. It really hurt.
Oh no.
Do you have a UTI?
What's that?
Urinary tract infection. When bacteria gets in your urethra?
Uh-huh.
The whole UT from?
Oh, sorry. I was homeschooled. I don't really know like the fancy names for stuff.
Hey, that's okay. So it hurts when you pee?
Yeah, and like sometimes when I sit funny or something, why is this happening?
I'm not trying to be snobby, but it could be from washing your clothes in a river.
No, the water's super clean.
Yeah, but
no, it really is. They got water tested by the county sanitation department. It's clean. Bottled water companies keep trying to buy the land rights, but bus won't sell. Yeah, I don't think it's the laundry, really. Probably something I ate.
Well, for most women, they get it from not peeing after sex or sometimes sweaty spandex workout gear. But I feel like neither of those is an issue.
Yeah, no. Definitely none of those.
Tom, are you okay? You can tell us.
Yeah, you're supposed to pee after sex?
Yeah.
Like right after?
Yeah, it clears the bacteria from your urethra.
Oh.
Tom, are you having sex with someone?
Oh.
It's okay. Tom, are there boys in town at the farmer's market?
Yeah, you wouldn't know him.
Wow, Tom, who'd have think?
Can you not tell anyone though? I don't want people like in my business.
Yeah, for sure.
Tom, are you having sex with Boz?
What? No, ew, gross. No, he's like old enough to be my dad. Ew.
Did he ask you not to tell anyone?
No. No, I mean I'm not doing that with him.
Buzz wouldn't do that. Tom is like a child.
No, I'm not.
Tom, you're literally a child. You're 17.
No, I'm 18. I'm an adult.
Is that what Boz told you when you had sex with him?
Leave me alone.
Tom,
it was my idea. It's not his fault.
God. Boz is fucking everyone.
Buzz is fucking everyone.
Baz is fucking everyone?
There has to be an explanation.
Yeah, the explanation is Boz is fucking everyone.
We don't know that. Tom is homeschooled. She probably doesn't even know what sex is.
Her UTI knows what sex is.
Oh, fuck.
No.
Hey. Tom,
No.
look at me.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because if you're not okay, it's cool.
No, I'm fine.
All right.
Oh, boy.
He told me I was special.
You are special.
That bastard. He thinks we're fucking idiots.
Maybe it's a misunderstanding. Maybe it's just the two of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird, but why not? I mean, besides the fact that he's kind of your boss.
He's not our boss.
Yeah, everyone is equal here. It's the collective.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. But would you say there's a power imbalance because he owns the farm and like founded the collective?
I guess.
And it's sort of weird that he's the only man here. So you're like a captive audience and he has his pick of ladies.
Yeah.
You know, maybe there's another explanation.
Yeah. There has to be a reason. Baz isn't just some creep.
Okay, yeah. I'm willing to hear him out for sure.
Yeah. We've got to be missing something up.
Yeah.
Tom, we're making dinner, sweetie. We need you. Chop, chop for the chop, chop. What's going on?
Honey, are you fucking Buzz?
Oh,
God damn it.
Wait, what? Why are you?
Buzz is fucking everyone in the farm.
No, he's not.
Well, at least me and Tom.
Baz is fucking Tom.
Hey.
No, sweetie, you're wonderful, but you're like 15.
I'm 18.
Ew, he was biding his time until you were legal?
Right?
I'm so grossed out. My brain is not processing this information.
Same.
Maybe there's another explanation.
That's what we were thinking.
Have you fucked Baz?
No, I just got here like an hour ago.
Well, he works fast, apparently.
I think he was putting the moves on me, though. Either that or motivated me to be a good farmer. Hard to say for sure.
He's funny that way.
That's how it starts, I guess.
Hi, Tom, what are you doing?
Have you guys been fucking Baz?
Excuse me?
Baz is fucking everyone.
He absolutely is not.
Well, he got me.
And me.
Shut up.
Hand to God.
Well, I mean, there was that one time, the three of us with him.
But that was one time.
Besides that, obviously.
Oh.
Okay, so to be clear, you are all involved with Baz, both individually and as a group.
Yes.
Gross.
But there has to be an explanation.
Yeah, we're just missing something.
That's right.
I mean, maybe.
You too?
No, I just got here.
Sorry.
I mean, good call to ask.
This is upsetting.
Yeah, nauseating.
Confusing.
So, why though?
Huh?
Why are you upset, nauseated, confused, etc. about? What are you upset, nauseated, confused, etc. about?
That we're all being used, obviously.
Okay, so my question is, if Bob is lying about who he's involved with, what else is he lying about?
What do you mean?
Do you think it ends at sex?
As opposed to?
I don't want to freak anyone out asking, but
hey,
it's
okay.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
You sure? Is this a cult?
Oh,
what?
yeah, absolutely not.
Okay, that's the reaction I was afraid of.
You're off base, Felicity.
Yeah, you just got here. What do you know?
It's a pretty big accusation.
Sorry.
Felicity, I want to hear why you think that.
Well, I'm not saying you guys are bad, or even if this place is bad.
Okay.
Just, I don't know if this is a credible source to you, but I've seen some documentaries about cults.
We're not fucking Amish. We've seen that shit too.
So I'm remembering lists of what qualifies a group as a cult. And there are some similarities.
Like what?
So obviously sex stuff and sexual coercion, which maybe there's another explanation, but Boz is fucking everyone. So can we all agree that fits?
Okay, sure.
Fine, for argument's sake.
Hello? Hello?
Everyone shut up.
Ladies?
Hi, Boz.
Secrets. Secrets are no fun.
We are not.
What are you all tittering about?
Well,
I have my period really bad.
Gross.
Sorry.
Just finish up. Dinner won't cook itself.
We're working on it. Don't worry.
Now get the hands, you naughty boy.
Oh my.
Okay. Also on the cult checklist, a charismatic leader.
We do not have a leader.
Yeah, everyone is equal.
Okay, but what if you try talking your head out of your ass, Ross?
I could say the same to you.
Hey, we're not fighting each other. Calm down. Let's say, just for argument, that Baz is a charismatic leader. Felicity, what else is on the list?
I'm trying to remember. I would Google it, but they just buried my phone and my wallet. Okay, taking cult members' money.
They don't take our money.
They literally just took my money.
Well, but they don't spend it. They bury it and you can get it back.
And that's just a wallet, not like a bank account information.
You're sure no one knows your bank account information?
I think so.
Have you checked your account recently?
No, I don't have a phone and my statements go to my parents.
Are you in touch with your parents?
I sent them postcards, but they didn't respond, so I stopped.
Cutting off friends and families was definitely on the cult checklist.
Oh, but they didn't cut Flo off. Her parents did the cutting off.
Are you sure about that? Who mailed the postcards?
Lost.
And do you get mail here?
I think so.
But not saying Bloss or Bus or whoever is doing this, but if the mail came to someone in the farmhouse, they could just not give it to you, right?
I mean, they could, but they wouldn't.
Okay, so again, just for argument's sake, let's add money stuff and cutting family ties to the checklist. What else?
Sorry, I didn't like commit this to memory, and my brain is like eating itself right now.
Was limiting food on there?
Yes, the volleyball people did that.
Volleyball?
There was a cult that played volleyball.
I know this is serious, but that sounds fun.
I think it was a fun cult until they branded people.
Fuck!
And limited their caloric intake.
Does eating 2 meals a day count as limiting food? Really?
Yes.
But
yes.
Fine.
I feel like we could clear this up so easily by just like talking to Bloss and B.
Yes!
This is such a great idea.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Bloss and B have to be in on it though, right?
They do? They do.
Huh.
They couldn't.
Still worth asking.
Yeah. We can see how they react.
But what if they're, you know, like complicit and they don't realize it?
I don't think there's anything to be complicit in. This is just silly.
What do you think?
We should vote.
Everyone who votes to ask Bloss and B if we are in a cult? All opposed? Undecided? Undecided?
Okay, well, that's hardly decisive.
Oh, come on.
And why should we get a vote? I mean, why should she get a vote? She got here just like an hour ago.
And her fresh perspective is obviously an asset.
Or she's poisoning this place and ruining this beautiful thing.
Well, I guess the brainwashing worked on RAZZ.
I guess the lies worked on Marigold.
Why don't you shut up?
You dumb bitch!
Whoa! No.
Let's take a breath. Feel better?
Yeah.
Not really. This is bullshit.
Oh, please stop screaming.
Oh, Tom.
I'm sorry, Tom.
Tom, are you okay?
This is a rough conversation.
I guess everything's dandy.
Dandy?
Oh no, we broke her brain.
No, everything is fine and dandy.
Sweetie, you said dandy again. That's weird.
What I meant to say is that everything is okay, neato, keen, and Dan, good, and nice, and calm, and dandy, and fuck!
End of excerpt.
Okay, hey, really well done, guys. I'm very scared. And AhDream, for just getting that script 5 seconds ago, I can't say the F word, but you nailed it. That was great.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. All of you guys. Everyone come on up. We have about the same amount of time. Ruthie, great piece. Very great piece. Character driven. Wonderful. Does it drag? Do we understand what's going on? And because we understand it so quickly, is what Ruthie's asking, does it drag or is it enough or is it not enough? Does anyone have an opinion on that? David Michael Kirby.
Yeah, no, I thought the pacing felt right to me. It is a little slow as it unfolds, but I'm getting so much information that it seems right. And then so once it starts to escalate and these personalities really come out, I was right there with them. And my computer kept reminding me that I was muted because I was laughing.
Erin, Moughon, I know you don't have any opinion on this because I didn't read the chat.
Yeah, I have no opinions. No, I thought it was excellent. I thought pacing wise, and I thought it's one of those really hard things to do where the audience gets to feel clever because it's like, oh, I figured this out before they did. Oh, but still feel really satisfied when you get to watch them figure it out. So there were so many I thought I was like, oh, I'm going to see them all realize it. They were so well drawn, and it was so fun to see each of them realize it. Be like, no. So that was it. It didn't drag for me at all. It was really great to watch. It was so fun to see, like, how's she going to react? Now, how's she going to react? So you kept me in it to win it.
And with that abundance of information and the number of characters you have, you did something very smart. It starts out 2. You add 1 more, and then you add the 2. And we've already connected with the other 2. We've gotten the information that we need to suspect what's going to happen with the other 3, I'm sorry. And then, so I think it's easy to follow as well. But it was very compelling. Everyone was having such a different reaction. I was like, okay. And then when Tom has her breakdown, because she doesn't know how to use her words, that was wonderful. And anything else? Any of the actors, how did you feel? Things we liked, popcorn moments. Mine was that Baz is basically celibate. Can you be basically celibate? And another one was they kept on saying there has to be another explanation. Yeah, there's another explanation. There has to be. I love that, amongst other things, but those are the 2 that popped out. Chase Naylor, walking haircut, please speak.
Thank you. That is my new title. I thought that just to sort of piggyback off of the previous comments before popcorn, the rapid evolution of each character was incredibly intriguing, and how the popcorn moment for me was how each person's, like, the anchor of it all is Felicity, and you killed it, by the way, and like each person coming on and the dynamic shifting with each person having to find out this piece of information, and like each layer being peeled away from each person quicker and quicker and quicker. And like by the end, Mary was giving like, she went from being like the no, like making the excuses for it, to being the one who was like pointing out the inconsistencies, like the switch in people's roles as one more got knocked in and into place, like pool balls lining up to be hit. It was just like, it was really good. I thought it was great.
Agreed. Anyone else?
I thought it was hilarious when RAZZ comes in and the whole dynamic of me with the group changes, and it's like I'm constantly fighting her. Like, she upsets me. I find her annoying.
Was there any place where you dropped out or got confused? And then the loaded question here is, of course, based on just the scene, what relationships, what storylines, plot points, characters would you like to see develop further? What really sparked your interest? Go, Izzy, go ahead.
I really want to see the relationship that Baz and B have, how that dynamic works, and who's B? Like, how does she look? What does she do in the cult? That is something I would like to know more.
Right. Okay, Maria.
I was gonna say I'd love to see like who gets the shitty jobs around, like just like jealousy and like the mind games and all that stuff. Like that'd be so fun to watch.
Right. My interest is how Felicity, does she come in, you know, she's like, hey, I just got here, and you know, her perspective is fresh. But the more that she engages with Baz, how is she worn down, and does her opinion change at all? I'm very interested to see what happens there. And I know that just from the look on your face, Ruthie, that you already know. Anything else, guys? Any last minute walking haircut again, please?
Thank you. So one thing that I Saul sort of forming is like this, now they all know and he doesn't know, and this like beautiful farcical dynamic now of like keeping a secret from the person who's like not letting somebody know you know the secret that they've been trying to keep from you and everybody else, and then making sure now that everybody has their established like group, making sure nobody else talks until we're ready to do our plan or do what we need to do, however that shakes out. I think as a whole, can't wait to see it like fleshed out.
Yeah,
Like,
who breaks to seek favor, and now it's a power play because there is obviously, you know, a charismatic leader. That
Yeah,
Nick
like a
came
lot
on
of-
was very charismatic.
Yeah, like a lot of a flea in her ear, slamming doors, sort of like set up secrets happening, like behind the curtain, in front of the curtain, near the curtain, under the curtain. Like, yeah, I definitely.
Yeah, Maria Elena, she's not going to speak for herself, but she said that the conceit of you know them not being a cult is ripe with possibilities in terms of drama and comedy both. Anything else before we move forward?
Just real quick, I think it may have gotten mentioned, but just the idea of who have we met or haven't met that's actually drank the Kool-Aid and is okay with it.
Right?
I was just gonna say, I just love how distinct each character is. Like, kudos to all the actors, but you know, it's just like so interesting hearing everybody when Honey came in and Flo came in. Like every character was just so distinct, and it's like, how do all these different women, you know, how does he loop in all these different personalities? They all have their, I don't know.
He has to be very versatile a person, right, to be able to communicate differently with each of these people. But what I want to say about what you just said, AhDream, is that it's all on the page. It's the craft of the writer, right? To put the information, to put the dialogue, the character on the page, and communicate to the actor, who then picks up the page and reads it and is able to create something so different from the character next to them, the character next to them, the character next to that. So that's, you know, and with so many characters on the page, I think that's just an incredible task. Well done, Ruthie. Really well done. You're welcome. And well done all around. So Ben, you're going to put again the link for feedback, and Mally, you if you would as well in the YouTube. And we're going to move on to piece 3, and this is David Michael Kirby's The Book of Jericho.
And now for something completely different.
David, is there a question or anything in particular you would like us as an audience to pay attention to?
A brief introduction. This is written as scene 2. Scene 1 was presented at a previous lab, which if you were watching, you may remember involved with 2 young men in a jail cell in Minneapolis during the George Floyd protests last year. And they are opposites. One was there on the Trump side.
Well, David, before you do that, I'm sorry, is there anything you want us to pay attention to? And then I'll give it to you.
No.
Okay, so we'll just go with the regular question. All right. Now you can take it away.
So if you remember the earlier scene, it was 2 young men, one dressed like a QAnon shaman and the other one in a Black Lives Matter shirt, both, you know, in their early, you know, one's 19, one's in their 20s. And they slowly start a conversation, and it turns out that the one who's a Trumper really isn't a Trumper. He's there because his father made him. And then they get to know each other a little bit, sparks fly, they literally get tangled up because they are hugging each other with their zip tie handcuffs, and some kissing happens. It's a really sweet, funny, serious scene. And at the very end of it, the father is off stage and sees them. And it's about 4 o'clock in the morning at this point at this police holding room. So the scene 2 here is the next morning in the NOVAK household. This is the Trump family and the parents of JJ, Josh Jr., who was in the jail cell. And I'll just leave it at that. And I may have some questions when we're done. But right now, I'm just going to be thrilled to have Brad Makarowski as Josh Novak Sr. and Maria Elena O'Brien playing his wife, Vera.
The Book of Jericho by David Michael Kirby. Time, 9:30 a.m., early June 2020, morning after scene 1. Place, kitchen, NOVAK home, suburban Minneapolis, Minnesota. Scene 2, lights up. Vera NOVAK, 44, is busy about the kitchen. putting dishes away, wiping the counters, etc. She is dressed simply for the task at hand, but obviously didn't just roll out of bed. She focuses on her work and hears Josh NOVAK Sr. enter the room, but does not turn around. Josh Sr. gets a mug out of the cabinet and pours himself a cup of coffee.
Make you some breakfast, sweetheart?
That'd be nice.
Oh, it's you.
Vera turns around and faces her husband.
So no breakfast then?
Late start for you today, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it was a pretty late night.
Nothing pretty about it.
You have no idea. JJ down yet?
I thought you were him, so no, I haven't seen him this morning yet.
Well, he came home last night, didn't he?
What do you mean? How would I know? He was with you, wasn't he?
No, he was not with me. Starting to think he never will be.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind.
No, well, not never mind. What are you telling me? I started watching the news, but it's all so close to home, I had to shut it off. What happened yesterday?
Fake news? Again?
Leave it, Joshua.
Just saying, you watch that crap, let yourself be brainwashed.
I said leave it!
All right.
Stick to the point, please. Yesterday, what happened?
JJ was in a mood. Shot his mouth off once we parked. I was already tense. I snapped at him a little. Anyway, I lost sight of him not long after. Things got crazy real quick. If you saw any news, you know.
Are you saying you lost our son in the middle of a riot and you have no idea where he is? Am I hearing you right? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what happened?
Yes and no. Yes, I lost him, but I found him early this morning around 4 a.m. in jail.
What?
Not jail, really, more like a holding room.
Not the time for semantics, Josh.
Yeah, semantics? Well, you won't ever believe this. It still makes me sick to my stomach.
What?
You better sit down.
Vera hesitates, then does so.
I'm sitting, I'm listening, out with it.
I can't stand to think about it, but it's all I can think about. To say it out loud somehow makes it more real and more awful. Makes me furious.
Vera stands.
Fine. Keep it to yourself as long as you want. I'm going to check on the boy.
Vera begins to exit, pausing at the door, not turning around.
You think you're furious? You're about to learn the meaning of the word.
Vera exits. Josh Sr. paces. Vera re-enters almost immediately, holding her grandfather's raccoon coat high in one hand and a torn piece of loose leaf paper in the other.
Well, he made it home then.
Only to drop this off. His bed hasn't been slept in.
How could you tell?
He left a note.
Oh, I guess he can be considerate about some things.
I'm defecting.
Defecting? Defecting? You sure that you read that right? It sure doesn't say defecating, because he pretty much shit on this whole fucking life last night. Me, you, our home, our church, our country, everything down the crapper.
Vera tosses the coat over a chair and stands opposite Josh Sr.
You know better. Never use that language in front of me, Joshua Kevin Novak. Not in my house, not in my presence, not ever. Now, I'm going to ask you one last time. What happened last night?
I saw JJ tangled up with another boy at the precinct, some Mexican-looking kid wearing a BLM shirt. The JJ was kissing him on the mouth. Fucking enemy. Our son's a goddamn faggot, queer, a homo, gay.
Is that all?
Is that all? Haven't you any sense? This reflects on us. You, me, how people perceive us as parents, as a family, not to mention as Christians, as Republicans.
Is that all?
It's fucking plenty.
He's our son.
Not if he defects to that perversion, that so-called lifestyle. No more he's not.
Am I hearing you right? You'll disown our son, our only child, if he's gay? That's what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
What about love?
Please. He can't love that other boy. He only met him a few hours ago.
No, that's not what I meant. I'm talking about our love as a family. You for me for you, we for our son, and our son for us.
Talk about semantics.
No, I don't think so. Not at all.
That makes no sense, Vera, at all.
Do you love me?
Of course I do.
No, of course, about it. Do you love me?
Yes, I do. Always have, always will.
Good. I love you too. Though God knows, I don't like you very much these days. You are a much different man from the one I married, but God help me, I do still love you.
Vera.
Do you love JJ?
That kid is on my last damn nerve.
And you're on his. You'd see that if you ever paid him any attention.
You know, when he was born, I couldn't believe I had a son, a gift from God. For years, we were best buds. Now, kid makes me so goddamn furious. Why isn't he more like me?
You have got to be kidding. He is exactly like you. Headstrong, bottled up, frustrated, also passionate and smart. Much, much smarter than you give him credit for.
Yeah, how can someone so smart be so dumb at the same time?
Who are we talking about here? You or JJ? Are you ready to tell me what happened last night? Everything?
Vera reaches into the pocket of the fur coat, pulls out JJ's shattered birthday wristwatch, holding it up before placing it gently on the table. Josh Sr. stares at it, then nods.
Start at the beginning.
You knew our kid was a faggot, didn't you? You knew.
I suspected.
And you never thought to confide those suspicions in me?
Not once. I've seen how you are with him lately. It was only a feeling. I didn't know. Why would I tell you? What would you have done?
Knock some sense into him.
Like you did with his watch? Your gift?
That's not what I meant.
I don't think you know what you meant. Lately, you only communicate physically with violence.
Careful, Vera.
Or what? Don't you see how careful I am? I am careful. I've always been careful. I've been walking on eggshells in this powder keg for so long, it's a habit. You're the one who's careless. Careless with the truth, careless with your family, careless with your life.
Vera?
You have no idea. You are clueless and careless. You couldn't care less. When did our vows, our love, our family stop having any three-dimensional meaning for you? When did they become flat cardboard substitutes for the real thing, just so you could fit them in your increasingly nearsighted faux fi?
Josh Sr. backhands Vera across the face.
I'm sorry, Vera. I'm so very sorry. You drove me to it. I had no idea you were so far gone.
Gone? I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still the girl you married, Josh. You're the one who's different. And you're right. You have no idea. You haven't a clue.
That's not true.
It is. I said a little while ago, I still love you, remember? Moments ago.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Vera?
You snuffed it. In an instant.
This is my house, Vera. You cannot speak to me like that in my own house.
Your house?
Who bought it? Who maintains it?
You bought it. I'll grant you that. But that mortgage is in both our names. It took all three of us years to make this house a home. Years. But less than a second to shatter it into kindling. One thoughtless, careless moment. Your carelessness, Josh, not mine. Yours.
Your carelessness, Vera. This is your fault. All of it. And I won't let you forget it either.
That's a shame, isn't it? Grab some things. Go to work, get your breakfast on the way, and Josh, find someplace else to crash tonight because you're not coming back here.
Oh, no?
No.
Yeah, I'd like to see you keep me away from my home.
This home? The one you tossed away with a single strike? Try.
I never try. I act.
So do I, Joshy. So do I.
They continue staring one another down as the phone rings and rings. Neither Vera nor Josh Sr. move to answer it. The answering machine picks up and Vera's recorded voice fills the space.
You've reached the NOVAK residence. Sorry we missed you. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks, and have a great day.
Mom? Mom, are you there? I gotta talk to you right away. In person. Oh, God, I wish you were there. I don't have my cell. Mom! Okay, I guess you're really not there. I can't remember if you work today. I can barely remember what day it is. Okay. Guess I'll try later. I'm alright, I promise. Better than alright. Actually, better than I've been in a long time. I love you. I love you so much.
JJ hangs up. The machine clicks off. The message has let the air out of the room a bit. Josh Sr. breaks the stare, grabs his things, pecks Vera on the cheek, and begins to exit. Vera doesn't move a muscle, just picks up the shattered wristwatch from the table and studies it. At the door, Josh Sr. turns back and says,
I'll see you tonight. I love you.
Josh Sr. exits. A door slams.
I know you do. And no, you won't.
Vera goes to the kitchen phone, picks it up, and dials information.
Hennepin County Court, please.
A moment, then Vera presses a button on the phone. Another moment, and then...
Good morning. I hope you can help me or direct me to somebody who can. Thank you. How do I go about filing a restraining order against my husband? As quickly as possible, please.
Blackout.
Okay. Well done, guys. Wow. We have some time. Everybody come on back up. Nice job, David.
Thank you.
That was something completely different, wasn't it? Okay, so no other questions, nothing to focus on. So popcorn moments, things that stayed with you, terms of phrases, imagery, anything you liked. I loved flat cardboard substitutes. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Anyone else? Go ahead, Chase.
Yeah. So one of the big popcorn moments was actually like the silences between moments and like a combination of writing and acting here, I think, but like just the calculation between each thing and the person making like the loudest noise being the most fragile in the in the room. Like, I thought that was a really great, like, each moment was like a popcorn moment with her having to calculate what should I, like, it's, yeah, that's all.
Cool. I definitely agree with that. Nicole.
The line, I don't try, I act. And then when she said, so do I, was just powerful pop to me.
Yeah. Whose do you believe is going to be more effective, more potent? Nick.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking that I just generally from the scene, I feel like the tension is this really good steady balance where it's not like, how do I describe this? Maybe like a physical metaphor, like just like, there's not like one person on top and the other on the bottom. It's just constantly stacking and it's really unpredictable and it's just palpable, like really palpable.
I agree.
I'll also
And then,
add
of course,
something that I had missed, not missed, but didn't catch the ear as much sort of the first time we had read it through and after was, I'll see you tonight after the phone call. Sort of a putting a foot down moment of, this is done, this nonsense is over with, I'll be back tonight. You know, it's a good thing to get to play.
You guys did great work.
Thank you, David.
You need to read the chat. Beautiful.
I think Erin, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, in addition to what Brad said about I'll be back tonight and then her calling on the phone, I was like, yes, girl, do that. When he asked, and it didn't occur to you to tell this to me, and she said not once.
Yeah.
She had all the like good comebacks.
Yeah, she definitely knows her husband. There's a really nice and honest and human psychological profile of each of these characters that you put within the dialogue. Them knowing each other and then them knowing themselves.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I was going to say knowing. Never mind. Go ahead.
And it was very effective, I think, because you know, violence is always the last bastion for the person who doesn't think that he will get far enough with his wit or his word, right? Or their wit or their word. And although he hit, I even felt in what he said afterwards, even with, you know, the comment that Brad made about I'll see you tonight, I didn't see it as a putting his foot down. I saw it as I'm going to ignore this and I'm going to move on in my life the way it needs to for me to make sense of it and for me not to feel uncomfortable or threatened.
Right.
That's what I saw in that. Because then she says, yeah, I love you too. And no, you won't. Wonderful, wonderful. Anyone else?
Thanks.
Did anyone drop out? Was there any place where you got confused or dropped out? Everyone's saying no, so that's a good thing. And moving forward, and again, this is in the context of the piece itself. What sparked your interest in terms of, God, I'd like to see that further developed, or what's going to happen? Obviously, the phone call with the walking haircut, or the message from him. Sorry, go ahead, Chase. You had a point.
Yeah, a different comment than that one. I think one of the things that I find incredibly interesting is like the dynamic of these relationships that have played out in the real world when, like clearly mentions being a staunch Republican supporter and that sort of thing, and like we're seeing sort of an extreme what we're seeing on the news and what we saw sort of throughout this almost, I don't want to get too political, but this almost like cult-like personality that some of these people have adopted, and the super intriguing dynamic between somebody who was married before then, became that person, and the change that it wrought on the family as well as a relationship, personal ties, and the inability to let go of the handle and be like, oh shit, I'm done. Like the inability to do that. I think that would be it. Well, I mean, it's clearly headed that direction, but like I just think that's like such a great dynamic, and I look forward to seeing more of it.
Yeah, it's so tied up in who they think they are. But again, Vera says, where did, we were a three-dimensional thing that you've tapered down, that you've flattened into, again, a flat cardboard substitute, of slogans and things like that. I thought that was very powerful because of the fact that he was someone beforehand that could be three-dimensionally present with his family and can't anymore. I did want to say one thing about the silences, David, and how powerful they were. And I would actually look in the script where if someone starts to speak or says something or repeats something, if the silence doesn't say it for you, like if the silence does it and then you go on to explain it, I think you lose the power of the silence. So that's just something that I think might be interesting to look at, because it is so tense and because we know where these people are coming from. Almost, 100% we know where they're coming from.
That may be my fault. The pusher of the silences.
No. The silence. It's the art and the craft of the playwright to give you dialogue, right? And when there are silences, it's not a fluke. They're putting them there because they mean something, and they were very stressful. They were very powerful moments. So if it's your fault, then bravo. But that's just something that I was thinking about as I was listening to it. But all around, David, really strong work.
Thank you.
And
any other comments before we end up?
Yeah, David, I was just gonna say, something that comes up again and again within this, and that it's maybe fairly obvious, but just as a thumbs up, people say things wrote with and things like "I say I love you," and they forget what those words actually mean. They just sort of become a habit. So I think it's a really great exploration of what do those things actually mean to these people now, later, previously, etc.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love it when she asks him for the first time, "Do you love me?"
I love it when he says it at the end, because again, it's the thing that grounds him. I have a family, I have a wife, I have a child, I have a home, I have a job. I go to work, I say I love you, I come home, I eat. It was so eerie when Brad's character, when Josh leaves and says I love you, because there wasn't any love there. It meant so many other things.
Hollow, yeah.
It's like his life got knocked off the rails the night before, and he's trying so hard to get back on the rails.
Right.
And that track is broken, girl.
Yeah. Okay, and that brings us to.
Thank you so much, David.
Yeah, lovely. Excellent
wonderful,
work. If everyone could come up, I'm not sure if everyone is up, but that concludes Lab 42. Congratulations to the playwrights. Thank you so much, actors. Again, without you, we are absolutely nothing. We're just pages and ideas, and you guys bring everything to life. So thank you so much. I do have a few announcements. Oh, Ben is going to put up again the link for feedback. So please do that again. You understand just watching the feedback session on Zoom, how integral it is to a playwright to get feedback and to understand if what he has on the page is landing, not only with the actors, but with his audience. Very important, a really important part of the process. Most of you know, Blurring Boundaries, we took a week and we got them, we got all 6 plays rehearsed and shot, and they are now in post. It was a magical experience being in a theater, I can tell you. I was overwhelming because it's been a year and a half.
Back in the theater with audiences, don't you worry about anything like that, because
okay, I won't, Ben.
We will get back to our old ways. Forget all the news networks, what they say. So.
Amen, brother. So we did get them done. We are going to release them in July. We thought it would be mid, it might be the end, but keep an eye out. Newsletter, post the link if you want to sign up for the newsletter. All the information is there. You'll get the acting link for the next lab. LAB43 is Friday, July 23rd. We do not have the acting link up, but it will be by this weekend. It's going to be hosted by company member and executive board member Todd Butera, who is a very ugly girl. He was in my piece. Oh my God, I hope he doesn't see it. He did my play. He was wonderful.
He was fantastic. I didn't see
He was fantastic. The playwrights include our one and only Benny D, Ben Dworken, Mandy Murphy, and Perrin Pomada. So you know it's going to be a very dynamic evening of theater. The acting doodle will be up. Ben put the newsletter up, so if you want to sign up and get updates.
Yeah.
We also put information about things to celebrate, like Jennifer Downs becoming our associate artistic director.
Yay, Jennifer Downs, I wish you were
Yeah.
here to get the celebration.
And things like what's coming up next. We will be in the theater for in WET Theater, which is our new home. We will be there for a live lab starting on, did I say September 10th, Nick? Because that's the lab you're going to write in. Yeah, September 10th. So we will be in an actual space by then. And then we will move forward and release information about submitting for October Fear Fest and wanting to act and direct and all those other things.
Oh, Fear Fest is gonna be fantastic.
Okay, again, we are a 501c3. We depend very highly on donations, and Ben will put up the donation link again, as will Mally. I want to thank Ben Dworken and Mally. Mally, are you back? And Mally, who is our company stage
Real
manager.
like me.
He's on YouTube. Ben Dworken, take a bow. He was on Zoom chat. Thank you again to the playwrights, David Michael Kirby, Erin Moughon, and Ruthie Rado for your excellent work. All the actors, thank you so much for joining us. If this is your first time, welcome. If this is your first time, it shouldn't be your only time. It shouldn't be your last time. Please come back. And for all of those of you who keep coming back, thank you. You are valued. You are valued. We honor you. We really respect your talent, and we love having you here. On that note, we're all going to say goodbye, and I'm going to go off YouTube. Thank you. That is a wrap. I just learned that over this week. That is a wrap for new ambassadors.
That's a wrap.